Hello again, Internet. This is Chris McKee coming at you from Alamo Music Center. We are live here in beautiful San Antonio, Texas, deep in the heart of Texas. We are just a few blocks away from the historic Riverwalk, and we're here to bring you some pretty cool gear reviews to brighten your day. So, guitar players are known for our accessories, our accoutrement, if you will, from the string change kind of mojo that we get going with the oils and the polishes and stuff, to the pedals that bring delight to our soul and sunshine to our rainy days. So today we've got a pedal specifically for acoustic guitar players, and that pedal is brought out by LR Baggs. Now, this is not an effects pedal. What this is a very full-featured DI that LR Baggs has made in order to give you some studio tools for use in a live setting. So LR Baggs has been making acoustic pickups and direct boxes for quite a while. Their acoustic pickups have been very well received. I've got two in personal guitars I own, so there's my personal endorsement of LR Baggs. And they have been installed in a variety of manufactured guitars and so forth. They make very, very good product. Lloyd and his team really know what they're doing. They came out years ago with the Para Acoustic DI, which is a very full-featured DI box that has EQ and ground lift and a bunch of settings that, till that time, really wasn't available in a DI box specifically for acoustic guitar players. They then came out with a Venue, which featured things like a boost and a built-in tuner, things like that. Their latest addition into that lineup is the Acoustic Session DI. So let me tell you a little bit about where this came from. The brainchild of this was Lloyd and his team putting together what are called acoustic session videos. If you go to their website at lrbaggs.com, you can hear the pickups that they make for different instruments, different models, showcased by artists. And in doing so, when these would go to kind of post-editing and mixing, they were finding, the final product was fantastic sounding, like the sound that we get here on a really good recording of an acoustic guitar. And the goal is to try to capture that magic in a live setting. And that's something that has long kind of been elusive to acoustic guitar players. I mean, it's problematic. We're amplifying what's basically an amplifier, and so you're dealing with potential feedback and all of the inherent problems that come with that, as well as the technology that has come a long way from where it was back in its early days. But in addition to the importance of having a good quality pickup in your guitar, you have to get that signal in a good quality way to the front of house and give them a signal that they're able to mix well with the rest of the band and be able to, on the fly, and deal with situations that you may encounter, like feedback, for instance. So there's tools out there on the market, but the primary tools that are used in a recording session when doing a mix down for acoustic guitar, a sound engineer is going to reach for saturation and multiband compression EQ. That's going to round the signal, it's going to saturate, it's going to boost harmonics, it's going to add a richness and a tone that we love, that our ear likes when we listen to a recording. So how do you get that in a live setting? Well, up until now, it hasn't been available. But the great thing about the new pedal that LR Baggs has come out with, this DI, features saturation and multiband compression EQ, in addition to a wide range of tools that are available for the acoustic guitar player. Now, to demo this, we're going to be using a Taylor K24CE, which is equipped with Taylor's new ES2 pickup system. These are very, very popular. A lot of people who play acoustic guitar up on stages pick Taylor because all of their models, or a good percentage of them, tend to come with cutaway and electronics on them. And their ES2 system, the newest pickup from Taylor, is a very, very good system, very popular. We see it a lot of times here. This pickup, or this DI rather, will work on any pickup system, whether you have a Fishman system in your guitar, an LR Baggs system, K&K, something from Taylor, what have you. This is going to be a great tool in your arsenal in order to tame and control feedback and really shape the sound of your guitar so you can get a natural acoustic sound that has great presence, good volume, good body, wonderful harmonics all the way to the front of house speaker. So we're going to go through it today using this. To give you an idea, we've got the ES2 set flat. So the bass and treble are set flat, and the volume also has a notch. So we've got it right in the middle, and this pickup has a lot of gain to it. On your particular guitar, you would probably want to start with the volume all the way up to max, or pretty close to it if you wanted to use it for possibly a boost when you're doing finger picking or whatnot. So we're going to go through some of the settings on the DI, and I hope you get a feel for how powerful this pedal is. Of course, if you have any questions, you want to give us a call, send us an email, or comment on this YouTube video. Let's get to the pedal. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to do is lay down our bass line. Right now, we've set volume and gain based upon the gain settings for our recording program as well. We're not going to be using the Knotch filter because we're not live monitoring this during the recording, so we don't have any concern for feedback. But here is the unadulterated guitar tone through the Session DI. Now what you'll notice is that the VU light blinks showing the input gain that I've got. It's real important. The first thing you want to do is set your input gain. So you want to have your guitar set to an appropriate volume, usually max, and then bring your input gain up until you're seeing the input flashing regularly. If you really lay into it, it's going to show an increase in gain. What you don't want to see is red. Red basically means that you're clipping the input signal, causing it to distort, and that's great for your Les Paul, not so great for your acoustic guitar. After that, you want to set your volume level and make sure that that is appropriately set for the overall volume that you want to get, and the gain settings on your mixing board or your amp, what have you. The Knotch filter, as I mentioned, we have turned into the off position. The Knotch filter on the left-hand side, bottom lower part of the pedal is for filtering out unwanted feedback. If you start dealing with feedback, you want to sweep the knob from left to right in order to isolate the signal. Once the feedback's gone, you found where the problem frequency is, and you can leave it there. Also along the left-hand side is a ground lift in order to get rid of unwanted ground hum. And on the right-hand side, along the bottom, you have a high-pass frequency filter, allowing you to basically switch through between 4 different frequency high-pass filters to attenuate the low end if you're getting some unwanted signal noise or some unwanted sounds in that region. Now we're going to turn our attention to the saturation. I should probably mention the phase switch. If you're not aware, most guitar pickup systems and DIs are equipped with a phase switch, as are amps. Generally speaking, it's going to sound better in one phase or another. So when you get to a new venue, try it one way, try the other, and see which phase works best. Pretty self-explanatory there. On the saturation, we're going to sweep from left to right so you can hear what happens. Basically, the signal is going to get saturated, the harmonics are going to increase, it's going to sound fuller as we turn the knob from left to right. So back to our bass line, and then we'll sweep through. Now we're going to listen to what the Multiband Compression EQ does. So we sweep from left to right. It's going to be compressing along predefined gain set or EQs and basically squashing the gain. I'm going to adjust my picking so that you can hear with a softer input and a louder input, it'll back off and then come back on in order to round the signal out and control the overall volume spikes and frequencies. Now, one thing you may have noticed is that as we brought the compression EQ all the way to the right hand side, some of the bass dropped out because it's clamping down on those frequencies as I'm playing. If we then add the saturation, it's going to bring some of that back. So we're going to take the saturation up to the 12 o'clock position and see how that's brought back in. Now in this particular setting, I'm going to bring the compression EQ back to about the 12 o'clock setting. And this is where this pedal really shines, is the two of these basically working in unison. You could hear that it fattened up the tone and brought some of those rich harmonics back, despite the compression being turned all the way back on. When you are setting it up for your system, you want to basically play around with this a little bit. This is with both of them at the 12 o'clock position. So there you have it, a really nice natural sounding acoustic signal brought on by the wonderful tools we have through the LR Baggs Acoustic Session DI pedal. If you have any questions on this, give us a call, contact us by email, or post on this video. We'll be glad to get back to you as soon as possible. We keep these wonderful pedals in stock all the time, and we love to help you out with your acoustic setup. Thanks for watching.